The Lynn Vance Show.
Hey y'all. Well, hey everybody, it's Lynn Vance, and we're starting a new segment, Lunch with Lynn. So we're having lunch, and I'm having lunch today with Xavion Davenport. But a lot of you guys may know Xavion as Chi DeVayne from RuPaul's Drag Race.
Yes.
What's good, y'all? Yes, that's right. It's me. I'm back. Your Southern Bayou princess, Miss Chi DeVayne.
Here in Shreveport, do you go by Xavion when you're not in drag? How does it work? Do you like become Chi?
Yes. Chi is
So
just
Chi's up.
it's just a character for me. It's just somebody that I play on TV. But yeah, Chi, I mean, you can call me anything. You know, I go by Xavier or Chi, so you can call me whatever you want, baby.
Okay. And you grew up right here in Shreveport.
In Shreveport,
What neighborhood?
I grew up in the Moortown area. If you're not familiar, it's right by the airport. So yeah.
Okay. And went to school where?
I went to Turner Elementary Middle, and I went to Fair Park High School.
Okay, shout out Fair Park alumni. Let's also talk about your younger years here in Shreveport. Probably maybe your teen years, and I heard that you might have thought you wanted to be a gangster at one time.
Oh yes.
Oh, that was the thing.
Yes. Back in those days, it was all about the Crips and the Bloods.
Really?
And I grew up in a neighborhood full of Bloods. And like, you know, sometimes we can become a product of our surroundings.
Right.
So that's what all the guys were. And that's what I wanted to be. But my mom wasn't having that. I got spanked
She found out.
all the way up into the 9th grade.
How close did you get to living that life though?
I got really close. Like I did some horrible things growing up. Like I had a gun, you know, 38 special. I got, you know what I mean, like, and I was going down the wrong path. I was like 2 seconds away from being sent to a boot camp. Basically.
But mom found out. And
Oh yeah, my mom didn't play that. She constantly made sure that, you know, that we stayed out of trouble, and she did a good job, a really good job.
Let's talk about after that incident. That at that time, your mom and your family, they had no idea that you were gay.
Right.
So it was a secret.
Right. Even I didn't have any idea that I was, you know, gay or whatever. I found that out later on in life, like high school. I always knew I was different.
Right.
Everybody always knew I was different. I was more artistic, you know, creative, you know, and yeah. So like growing up, I had a normal childhood. Like I can't say that I was bullied in school for being who I am, because I was just a regular normal guy.
Yeah, because I will say the first time that I ever met you, no shade, no nothing like that.
Right.
But you know, I was like, okay, she's not overly feminine,
Right,
really.
right.
You know?
Right.
But I know you can turn that on because
Right.
I've seen you on TV
Right.
and all the glamour and everything.
Right. I was just talking about that with some friends in LA, and they were like, you're not feminine almost at all. You know what I'm like, that's just an act for me.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like I
Not that you don't enjoy it.
Right.
But
right. I enjoy being able to turn it on and turn it off. But my everyday life, I played football growing up. I like sports. I like doing stuff like that. You know what I mean?
So now mom found out though.
Right.
That you were
Right.
you know.
Right. Okay.
How did mama find out?
Okay. So back in those days, well, you know, Shreveport only has one gay bar, so
Right.
I wasn't 21.
Well, now we done moved up in the world, got two.
Right. We used to have house parties, and I went to Greenwood for a house party, and I didn't realize that the people that were throwing the party were my actual blood relatives.
Oh my God.
So I'm in the party just getting down, not knowing that, you know, these are my cousins.
They on speed dial to mama.
Right. So my cousin came back and they told my mom, you know, Xavier was at a party and like everybody there is gay, you know what I mean? So my mom asked me the next day, just simply like, do you think you know, you're gay. And I was just like, if that's what you want to call it, you know what I mean? Like, so that was my coming out to my mom. And she explained to me how she loves me regardless. You know what I mean? Like, I'm her child. And like nothing can change that, and like she just accepted me for who I was.
And I'm sure that opened the door for you to be able to explore this character of Chi DeVayne and feel comfortable with doing that. Right. Is Mom a big fan?
Oh yeah, she is. My mom's my #1 fan. But Chi actually came later on. Right. I didn't start doing drag until I was 25 years old. So I started late in the game, but
you were sneaking in the club.
Oh yes, oh yes.
Before you were
way before that. They used to open that side door at Central, and we used to all come running in. But yeah, those were good times.
So, when did you started doing drag when you were 25? Mm-hmm. How old were you when you did that first season of Drag Race?
Of Drag Race. I was how old am I? I'm 34 now. So 29. Oh, the food's here.
Yes. Oh, thank you.
All right. I was 29 years old.
That's only 4 years.
4 years.
But how many times did you try out?
I tried out technically 3 times. I put in an audition tape the first season for season 6, and I didn't make it. Season 7, I made it a long way. I had to do like a psychological evaluation and you know, to see if you know you're crazy or whatever, or you could, I guess, handle the pressure. And they gave me a call back, and they were like, "Well, your personality kind of didn't fit in with this season's cast, so try out for season 8." And I tried out for season 8, and I made it. And yeah, my life changed.
Well, but when you first got there, honey, we got to talk about this dress made out of garbage bags. Let's look at a little clip real quick of that.
Laissez les bon temps rouler. What'd she say?
Now tell me about this garbage bag dress. We just watched the clip, and you bust up in the drag room, and all the other queens are like, "What?" And then you said,
"Laissez les bon temps rouler."
And they said, What she say? But you thought that was a good idea? I thought it was kind of creative.
Right, I just wanted to kind of like let everybody know where I'm from. You know what I mean? Like, growing up in Louisiana, I've always heard "Laissez le bon temps rouler," let the good times roll.
Right.
And you know what I mean? Like, I kind of live by that motto, like, just let the good times roll. So, yeah, the trash bag dress.
Yeah.
Like
Did they give you a hard time for it, the other cast members?
No, not at all. Everybody loved it. Like, I've always been creative. I draw. You know, I can do pretty much anything. So, yeah, that was a dress that I made years before Drag Race. But
and you were proud of that, huh?
Right. Going on to the show, I wanted to be able to show how creative I was and how resourceful I was. Right. I wanted to show how resourceful I was, and at that time, I was going through a bankruptcy, so I really had hardly any money to buy these expensive costumes and this expensive jewelry. So I just used what I could.
And I remember you expressing that on the show, but the judges wasn't giving you no break.
No, they were not.
They were like, okay.
They were not having. They was like, okay, we see that side of you now. Where's the money? You know what I mean? Like,
but you made it through, and then you made it to All Stars, and that was a whole different ballgame because you could afford all the costumes and like you say, your lace front wig you weren't wearing.
Mm-hmm.
So you've traveled all over, right?
Oh, I've been all over the world. Oh, I've been all over the world. Hong Kong, Australia, Brazil. Like, there's so many places. Like, I can't even name all the places that I've been.
So you've been all these places all over the world, but yet you come back to Shreveport and call Shreveport home. When you're booked, you fly out to wherever it is, but you always come back to Shreveport. Right. Why? Did you ever think about like moving to LA?
Right. I like many people in Shreveport, they find a little success and they're out of here. You know what I mean? Because there's no money hardly to be made here, but I'm a
But the way you work though, I'm sure they pay for your travel and stuff. So
Right.
it's easy
Right,
just to
right,
be here
right.
as anywhere else. I guess.
right, and I'm a mama's boy.
Oh, you got
And
to
like
bustle.
that's why I hadn't moved, because of my family, and I like being close to my family. If I were to move to LA or anywhere else, I would be on my own.
Yeah.
And like I guess that's what has held me in Shreveport, because I love having my support system. I love being able to just go to my mom's house at any time and raid the refrigerator
Yeah.
and get groceries, and you know what I mean. I love being able to do stuff like that, and I love Shreveport. You know what I mean. Like I thought, at one point that I did want to move, but I like being here. You know what I mean. And if I can make money and then come back home here and still be here, then that's what I'm gonna do. So I have really no desire to just move anywhere
So
else.
back in the day, you worked regular jobs just like all the rest of us.
Right.
What were some of the places you worked?
Oh God, I worked at McDonald's for 10 years.
Oh, I love folks at McDonald's. Man. No shade on that.
I worked at McDonald's for 10 years. I worked at Brookshire's as a cashier, and I also worked at Enterprise rental car, just washing cars and picking people up.
Wow.
And that's what I was doing when I got called for the show. I was just washing cars.
So I guess all that stopped, huh?
Right, right. I'm my own entrepreneur now.
Now, we do need to talk about something kind of serious because you do have a condition.
Right.
And it's interesting to me that you talked about it in the first place to bring awareness to it.
Right.
Is really the reason why you talked about it, but it's kind of hindered your career just a little.
Right. I have a condition called scleroderma. It's a chronic illness, basically in the same family as lupus. There's no cure for it, and it affects my. It's basically the tightening of the skin. I have there's two types.
Because you were telling me earlier your hands.
Right, like my
now.
hands, like it's basically like two types. I have crest, which is pretty much the worst type, where it affects your internal organs, your kidneys, your lungs, your heart, and all of that. So yeah, I'm dealing with that right now.
So it hasn't changed your ability to light up a stage and get a crowd on their feet, but it has changed the way you perform.
Right, my mobility. That's it.
Because this is the upside down lip syncer.
Right. If you're gonna be a star, you're gonna be a star regardless of your condition.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you're entertaining, you're gonna be entertaining regardless of what you're going through.
So for any of those clubs that might happen upon this interview,
Right.
this girl can still rock a
I am.
crowd.
I'm multi-talented. I like to consider myself a triple threat. I sing, I dance, and I'm dipping my toes into acting. So
we're gonna talk about the acting. But let's talk about the singing real quick. Are you gonna switch gears and try to go more to that?
Right, I am. I'm gonna try to go more into some like cabaret, cabaret acts and singing live on stage. Here in Shreveport, the girls just turn the party. They dance,
right.
you know what I mean? Go out, dance, and do the thing, splits, kicks, and call it a night. But I want to bring that more, theater type, drag. I've been all over now, so I've seen like lots of shows that don't even include
that's like
dancing.
big in New York and stuff. These cabaret
Right,
shows,
right. I was in New Orleans one time, and I went to a show, and like it was so emotional until I was like crying, like just bawling, and I was like, I want to do a show like that where you actually make people feel something, and so that's a new direction that I'm gonna be going in.
Okay. Now let's talk about the acting.
Mm-hmm.
You have a project coming up,
Yes,
and what is it called?
it's called Women Behind Bars.
Ooh,
It
sounds funny.
It's a stage play directed by Scott Thompson. It's gonna be in LA. The whole month of January. So I'll be gone for the whole month of January, making my stage debut as
What's your character?
as an actor, whatever you want to call it. My character she's called JoJo, and she's a switchblade toting bad mama jammer from Brooklyn, New York.
So you kind of get to be what you wanted to be when you were younger, but you just
Right,
act.
right. She's a little sassy little thing, so I'm excited.
And who's the star of the main headliner?
Oh, there's a few. Well, we have some Drag Race girls. Eureka O'Hara, she's playing the DeVayne character. We have Thorgy Thor. We have Tracy Lords. We have Mink Stowe. And all these people.
Now, I know that name, Tracy Lord.
Tracy
I
Lord.
can't think of where do I know that name?
Well,
She was the original bad girl.
but yeah, these are a lot of people that work with John Waters. If anybody knows the John Waters films,
that's who discovered DeVayne. Whatever,
right. So we have a lot of big name, actors and actresses working on this, and I'm just glad to be a part of it.
Now you have this catchphrase that everybody is using now.
Right.
I took it from you.
Right.
Can you do it for me real quick?
Right. You talking about I don't get ready, I stay ready. That's like,
I want the snapping it. Oh no. Never mind. We got.
Yeah, I'm crippled now.
That's all right. Do it for us.
But yeah, I don't get ready, I stay ready.
My name is Chi DeVayne, and I don't get ready, I stay ready.
I love it.
Yeah, I put that on the map. So
Yes. So, do you think if the stage play does good, you think maybe there'll be a tour?
oh my God, they're talking about filming it and potentially it being on Netflix. So I'm glad, and if things do good, they probably want to take it to the UK. Because there's a lot of fans in the UK.
You've been
so
there before, also.
Right. Oh yeah, I've been everywhere.
You liked it?
Yeah, I love it. I love it.
Okay. I want to get to some of these questions that some of the fans sent in.
Okay.
So let's while we go to that.
Chi DeVayne!
Turn the world on its head. Don't forget what my mama said.
Not only did you turn it out, girl, you turned it upside down. Congratulations, you are the winner of this week's challenge.
So Lyman asked, is it true that you really flew home between tapings of Drag Race because you missed your cat?
Yeah, that is true. I love my cat. I miss Maddox already. But yeah, that is true. We got a little break in between. So I flew home for like 1 day just to make sure Maddox was okay.
She was okay.
Right.
Okay, we have another question from Sherry. Sherry wants to know, and I'm going to just summarize this, but Sherry wants to basically know, has RuPaul's Drag Race changed you as a person, like with your career getting bigger and stuff?
I don't think it has pretty much changed me as a person because I feel like I've always been a good person, grounded, you know what I mean?
Right.
I'm a Christian.
These Shreveport mamas will do it to you, I don't
Right.
think.
So I don't think it has changed me as a person. It has just changed me financially, basically.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, and you also like grow up. You know what I mean? It like forced me to grow up, and it opened my eyes to like newer things. You know, like newer and better things in life.
Okay, so Terry wants to know, what's your favorite flavor of ice cream?
Favorite flavor of ice cream has to be butter pecan.
Okay. And he also said, do you believe in life after love?
Well, I haven't really found true love yet, so I'm waiting on it.
So Davion single?
Oh yes.
Ready to mingle or just?
Nah, I'm single and focusing on my career.
All right, keep your eye on the coin.
Right.
Markel, my co-worker and anchor of Fox 33 News at 9, little plug there. She wants to know, how is it working with RuPaul, and is there anything about RuPaul that might surprise us fans that don't know it?
Oh my God, RuPaul is amazing. Like you can just feel the positive energy just radiating off of RuPaul when you actually meet him. And he's all about his business. You know what I mean? Like he's all about business. A lot of times the girls are always like, well, we didn't get a chance to talk to him and he doesn't come and it's a competition show.
Right.
You know what I mean? He can't mingle with, you know what I mean, with girls that are competing with each other.
And during the show, are y'all sequestered? Like,
Oh my
do y'all
God.
get to hang out with each other? Or no?
Not at all. Like, I've never been to jail, but I kind of imagine like this is how like being locked up would be.
But with
Like,
room service?
But with room service. Like, we're locked in the rooms and we can't come out until it's time to film. We can't see each other. If we want anything, we have to slide a note underneath the door.
Oh, Lord.
To get food, they slide us menus underneath the door. We fill out the menu and slide it right back underneath the door. You know, it's just like we
So
are.
you're not out in LA?
Not, no, none of that. None of that.
One last thing, kind of a serious question, but I want to know how you feel about drag being done by cisgender women now, transgender women. Like, is everybody doing drag now?
Oh yes.
Is that a good thing?
I think it's a good thing. I think it's a good thing to just open it up to people that just want to be artistic and creative. I didn't know how I would feel about it until we actually got a bio queen down at the club, Miss Sabrina.
Yes, I met her.
Miss Sabrina, she's great. And
I wasn't sure at first.
Right. But she puts in work just like we do, and I can't do anything but respect that she wants to be on stage, and like, how can you deny somebody? Right.
That's her dream.
Right.
Have her dream.
Right. And she's great. She's pretty much better than some of the guys that do it. So
Yeah.
I accept bio queens, the new goth queens, and
Whoever wants to be a queen.
whoever wants to do anything.
All right, well, I'm hungry, child.
Me too.
So I thank you for talking. Give me a hug because we friends now. Thank you.
Thank you.